Here we go. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Dude, it's great to be back. I'm liking these. I'm liking these a lot. Okay, so today I just wanted to share my experiences in trying to become a better listener. So last week I read Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. Absolutely phenomenal book. If you have an Instagram, you can go over. There's a link in my bio, or not in my bio, but in my in the highlights over there, whatever those things are called. I'm not too social media savvy, but there's a link over there for you to buy that book if you want to. I highly recommend it if you are doing anything in regards to communication, conversations. If you find yourself arguing with a lot of people, super helpful to enhance your communication abilities and be able to get to the end destination you want to out of a conversation. But besides that, today I just wanted to try to help you guys. So I'm going to be saying this a lot throughout this live stream. But if anyone's on here who has a habit that they've been trying to improve or implement and increase the consistency with which they're implementing that habit, please go ahead, drop it down in the chat. And I would love to re-engineer that here in the live with you. So again, if anyone's got a habit that they are trying to implement in their life, they're trying to be more consistent with, go ahead, drop it in the chat, and I'll teach you and help you to re-engineer that habit in order to make it more effective, make it more efficient, and help it to stick so you can create compound change. So drop those habits in. You can do that at any point in time when we are going to be going over things. I think I have some yogurt in my beard. That's funny. There we go. But yeah, so from Never Split the Difference, read it, great book. And it unfortunately made me realize that I am really bad at listening. And so with that realization, that was my key takeaway from reading that book. I decided that the habit that I was going to implement this week was I'm going to, and I have been calling one person that I haven't talked to in a while. Oh, what's up, Luffy-san? I hope you watch One Piece. That's good. Hey, Christopher. For those of you guys who are just joining, what you are doing is go ahead and drop a habit down in the chat that you are trying to implement right now or trying to be more consistent with. Drop that habit down there, and we're just re-engineering those habits to make them more consistent. So go ahead, if you've got any of those, any habits that you're trying to implement, I'll help you to re-engineer those. Go ahead and drop those in the chat. What's up, Reagan? Noah, good to see you guys. Wow, we got the chat popping off today. This is sick. Go ahead, drop a habit that you are trying to be more consistent with in the chat. We'll re-engineer that just here on the live. That is what I am. I am the habit engineer. So go ahead, drop those in. But in between habits that people put out, I'll tell you guys about the habit that I'm currently implementing. So because I read Never Split the Difference, you like being a soup maker. Okay, cool. I'm going to need you to tell me what habit is associated with that. Like, what habit are you trying to be more consistent with when it comes to soup making? But so with my listening, I struggle to listen in a good way and really just have normal conversations. I find myself oversharing, over talking, and just going on and on about things that I don't need to, and just kind of taking over the conversation. And so my habit that I've been implementing is that I've been calling one of my friends or family members that I haven't talked to in a while each day, and talking with them, and specifically calling them with the thought and the idea to just listen. And that's it. Like I'm not there to get anything out of the conversation besides figure out where they're at in life, what's been going on, what's different. And I actually had a really cool experience. Oh, my guy, August. Good to see you back, man. We are dropping any habits that you are trying to be more consistent with here in the chat, and we're going to re-engineer those as we're going along here. But so I had a really good experience with that today. I called my sister, who historically I have fought a lot with. And usually, whether it's in person or over phone or even over text, we end up clashing and butting heads in most cases, unfortunately. But I used some tips from Never Split the Difference. He's got what are called calibrated questions in here. And these calibrated questions are really helpful in guiding the conversation in a way so that you are just able to really learn the other side's perspective in a good way, and really be able to figure out more about who they are, where they're at in life. And so I'll just read some of these questions here. Some of them that I've used a lot of times in the last couple days as I've been implementing this habit and been super successful with are: what is the biggest challenge you face? What about this is important to you? How can I help to make this better for us? How would you like me to proceed? What is it that brought us into this situation? How can we solve this problem? What's the objective / what are we trying to accomplish here? And how am I supposed to do that? And I was, the last couple days as I've been using these calibrated questions in my conversations with these people I haven't talked to, I've found a lot of success with it, frankly. I've found a lot of success in being able to just listen to understand and not listen to respond. The conversations have felt, to me at least, a lot more of just like me coming and arriving to their perspective, rather than one person says something and then I just respond, and one person says something and I just respond and like overtake everything. And the conversation that I had with my sister today went really well. We didn't argue. And I felt like I was able to ask her a lot of good questions, get a lot of good answers, and just listen to her and not try to fix anything, not try to solve anything, and just enjoy the fact that I was talking to someone that I loved. And it was honestly really refreshing for me because most times the conversations that I have, I always feel like I kind of butcher them a little bit, trying to like force an opinion onto someone or trying to help them see my logical side of things. Oh, Andy, Jake, David, how's it going, guys? Good to see ya. What we are doing is, if you want to drop a habit in the chat that we are that you're trying to improve and be more consistent with, we are re-engineering those here today. So if you've got any habits that you're trying to be more consistent with, just go ahead and drop those in the chat. Oh, thank you, Jake. Appreciate it. We're growing it out. Gonna keep it for a while. I think I like it too. But yeah, any habits that you're trying to be more consistent with, drop those in the chat. We'll re-engineer them. But yeah, my habits have been going really well. And my conversation with my sister today, we didn't fight. And that is not a first, but it's been a long while since I left a conversation with my sister just feeling like peaceful and not like a little boiled up or anything. Okay, sleep habit. Andy, tell me about what kind of sleep habit are you trying to build right now? Josh, what's up, Josh? Josh, we are dropping any habits that you are looking to be more consistent with in the chat, and we're going to re-engineer those. If you want to drop that in, if you've got any. If you don't, you can just hang out or leave, whatever. But yeah, just go ahead and drop those in the chat. Andy, what do you mean? Okay, early to bed, early to wake. What's your ideal with that? When are you trying to go to bed? When are you trying to wake up? Because that's going to be able to help us figure out what format we need to, or what our inputs are going to be for this habit. Any new arrivals here? We are dropping any habits that we're trying to be more consistent with here in the chat. And then we're going to re-engineer those. I'm working on a sleep habit with Andy right now. Okay, going to bed around 10, waking up around 8, getting a solid 10 hours of sleep. Nice, dude. That'd be really good. What's the biggest challenge that you've been facing in getting to bed right now? And while you're typing that, just so everyone is aware, when we are setting habits, there's a couple different stipulations that we want to put in here. And the first one is that your habits should be super, super small and super, super simple. And then it needs to be in a what, when, and where format. So, for example, my habit that I'm working on right now with trying to become a better listener is my what is that I'm calling one person that I haven't talked to in a while I'm just out around my house walking around. And then the when is at 3 p.m. and the where is outside my house walking around. So calling one person specifically with the intent to just listen to where they're at. Doing that at 3 p.m. and doing that while I'm walking around at my house. So that's what's going on. If you are just joining on, go ahead and drop a habit that you are trying to be more consistent with there in the chat, and we will re-engineer that and make that something that you can be more consistent with. Get distracted by the noise around me at night, or sometimes I don't feel tired, but I know I should. Oh, dude, that's so real. I get the don't feel tired one all the time. That one's tough. Okay, so getting distracted by the noise. Sometimes you don't feel tired. Yeah, those are definitely some challenges. So I think the key here is that it's going to be important for you, Andy, to make sure that you're just in bed by 10. What's up, Scott? We are just dropping a habit that you're trying to be more consistent with here in the chat for anyone who's just joining on. So if you've got a habit you're trying to work on, trying to be more consistent, go ahead and drop that in the chat. Right now, Andy and I are talking about working on a more consistent sleep habit. Andy, the thing that works for me is just making sure that I am leaving any like social events or anything that I'm at home at a certain time, so that way I can be in bed by my certain time. So if your goal you said is to be in bed around 10 p.m., then I would make sure that you are at your house by 9:30 p.m. And so you give yourself that time to unwind, the time to go brush your teeth, take a shower if you need to, like whatever that nighttime routine looks like for you. Make sure that you allot enough time in your day in order to get those things done before 10 p.m. And so your habit then, and let me know in the chat if I'm off the mark there, if you think something else is going to be better for you. But that's what I would recommend, is making sure that you're giving yourself enough time before 10 p.m. to get all the stuff that you need to do done in your nighttime routine so that you can be in bed by 10 p.m. And then it just becomes a matter of discipline and saying, all right, no matter what, whether I'm tired or not tired, don't care. I'm just going to stay in bed and try to go to sleep. Because the nice thing is that scientifically, and if someone wants to fact check me on this, this is fine. I've heard this. I think my mom told me she read this in a study or something. But even just the act of trying to go to sleep gives you about 80% of the benefit that actually being asleep would. So even if you're like in bed at 10 and you don't fall asleep until 1 in the morning, for those 3 hours, your body is still getting the benefit, or getting 80% of the benefit of sleep if you were sleeping. Now, granted, you are laying in bed with your eyes closed and the lights off, like actually trying to go to sleep, not sitting on your phone. That's not trying to go to sleep. That's not going to give you the 80% benefit. But if you're like actually trying to go to sleep, then you'll be able to get at least most of the benefit of sleep for your body as far as rest goes, even if you're not actually sleeping. Andy, go ahead, drop a comment or drop a chat down there if that makes sense, what your thoughts are on that, if that's something that you feel good about. So for me, I would just say your habit to implement then would be leaving any social events or any place that you're at by 9:30, 9:15, whatever time you need in order to get home and then get your nighttime routine done so you can be in bed by 10, and make sure that that's happening. Okay. Oh, awesome. Glad that worked. Oh, what's up, Emma? We are dropping habits in the chat that we're trying to be more consistent with right now and re-engineering them. So if you've got a habit you're trying to be more consistent with, you want to drop that in there, that'd be cool. Andy, glad you like that sleep habit. So if anyone's curious, Andy's sleep habit, he's trying to get in bed by 10, wake up around 8. The wake up time is going to be easy as long as he's getting in bed by time, in bed on that time, and actually getting the sleep that he needs. And so our goal our habit with a specific what, when, and where was to leave any like social events or anything beforehand, leave those by 9:30, so that way he can get home, get his bedtime routine done, and actually be ready to get in bed by 10, which is his desired bedtime. So obviously, if you wanted to implement that habit for yourself, you might need to adjust the time frame, make it earlier, make it later. If you're always already home by 9 and you're not really doing anything social, then you'd probably need a different habit. But for Andy, that's what worked. Cool. Andy, let me know if you have any other questions in that regard. or chat me any clarifications. I like that. I think that'll work pretty good. But if you are just joining, go ahead, drop a chat for any habits that you're trying to be more consistent with, and we are re-engineering those. So go ahead and drop those in if you've got a habit that you are trying to be more consistent with, want that to get re-engineered. And just to reiterate, before we hop off here, because it looks like no one else has got a habit they're trying to be more consistent with right now. Oh, phone is the worst enemy. Lack the patience to just lay down and close my eyes. Yeah, patience is tough. Patience is tough. The other thought I have with that, Andy, is that you could probably just get an alarm clock, like go buy an analog alarm clock or find one at Goodwill or DI or something, and just use that. And then plug your phone in outside, like in the kitchen or something at your house. I keep my phones plugged in the kitchen. I've got an alarm clock here. I would show it to you, but it's plugged in and I'm not unplugging it to reset the time. But yeah, I plug my phones in at night and I leave them in the kitchen. I don't use them as my alarm clock. I just use my just digital clock. Just got one off of Amazon. That's been way better for me as far as avoiding screens at night, which there's also a lot of science about. Looking at screens at night actually keeps you awake. And that, I think that depends on the person, and how light affects each individual person's brain. But on average, on the whole, it's definitely going to be more helpful for you to limit your screen exposure at night. Ideally, about 30 minutes or about an hour or so before you go to bed. So maybe you could, once you get the getting home habit down, the next habit that I would stack is plugging your phones in the kitchen when you, like, right when you get home around 9:30, and then not looking at them again. Just like plugging them in, not looking at them. And hopefully that'll get the exposure to the light from your phone and the screens and everything down, and just kind of help your brain to calm down. But yeah, go ahead and try those. Try that tonight, and we'll see. Let me know whether that works or not tomorrow. You can hop back on the stream. I'll keep you accountable to it, and you can keep me accountable to my habit. So, yeah, I think that's going to wrap everything up today. Unless anyone has any other habits that they want to be more consistent with, you can drop them on down there in the chat. I'll wait a minute or so for anyone to do that if they want to. But if not, we will wrap it up. Oh, Tanner, what's up, dude? Good to see ya. We are dropping any habits that you want to be more consistent with in the chat, and re-engineering those. Because I'm the habit engineer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Awesome. Glad to hear it, Andy. Proud of you, man. Keep it up. And hop back on tomorrow and let me know how it goes. And then, wait. Andy, did you join the... Oh, I don't think you did. Andy, if you scan that QR code or take a screenshot of it or something, and sign up for my accountability group and just do all this stuff, I've got a couple forms to fill out. That'll put you... I've got an automated habit tracker set up. So that'll start help giving you automated reminders, email reminders to help you to remember to complete your habit, help you remember what it is, and keep your streak alive, and just build that self-discipline, help you build that self-discipline muscle. So if you want to use that, it's free. Go ahead and scan that QR code, hop on there. Super helpful tool. I really like it. I've been using it. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah. No way. Isaac, dude. Good to see ya. Isaac, we are dropping any habits that we're trying to be more consistent with down in the chat right now. If you've got a habit that you're trying to drop in, go ahead and drop that down in the chat. And if not, then I'm probably going to wrap things up here. Anyone got any habits that they are trying to be more consistent with? Drop them in the chat. We will re-engineer them. Okay. Looks like that's all for today. Happy for you guys. Andy, proud of you, man. Let's stay accountable. Hop back on tomorrow at 6, and you can keep me accountable to my habit that I am building of listening, and I'll let you know whether I have a